I haven't actually heard from Mark today.
Oh, we'll just go through whatever you want to do.
Sure, yeah,
Text him, say, hey, he's gonna have to have
yeah,
50 burpees
exactly.
or $500. He's running late, but I know what it's like on a midday.
Yeah. And I know it's a slightly different day. Yeah, I really like the elbow stuff that we did
Okay.
last time. That was
So,
great. All the 7 different elbows. Honestly, like a refresher on that wouldn't be the worst
okay.
thing. And then I know we did a lot of the kind of the kicking and push kicks and stuff. And so I think
Right.
we talked last time about maybe using elbows on the ground or
Yeah,
something like creating space.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yep, yep. So let's go through a little review. Like
sure.
that spear.
Yeah, the
So
spear.
spear is
Yep.
just going in. So don't lean at the waist. I want you to be using your legs.
Oh, okay.
Because now you're solid. If you're
Yeah,
leaning over your nose, over your toes, you're gonna go over.
that's right.
So
Okay.
remember Tony knows,
Yep.
you're gonna meet him a lot.
Okay. Tell me
So
that.
yeah. So as this goes in, I'm all aligned. As
Gotcha.
soon as I start going over this way,
Yeah, it changes.
it's automatic. It's easy. I can pull them out. So as soon as I lunge, it's I call it spear,
Yep, spear.
horizontal elbow.
Yep.
Now slicing. Now backwards. As soon as you come back, coil upward. Yep.
Yep.
Uppercut elbow.
Yep.
Downward elbow.
Yep.
Now just cross step with your right. No,
Over the
so
yep.
cross step here, spinning back elbow, and
That's
see how
right.
your stance is right there. Perfect. Now, if you're going in here, so now we do it the other way.
Sure.
Spear,
Yep.
horizontal elbow,
Yep.
slicing elbow,
Slicing.
backwards uppercut,
Backwards uppercut.
uppercut elbow,
Uppercut.
downward elbow,
Downward.
cross step left foot, spinning back elbow.
Cool.
See how you got, and exactly how you have that tape line. So if you had a strap or a dirt line, you can practice those elbow sequences
Absolutely.
on there. So now you just turn 180, 180. So now we're gonna do it in a compass.
Okay.
So we'll go 180, 180, and then we're just gonna pivot to doing the spear. So
Okay.
we'll start with whatever side, we're gonna go right, left, because it's gonna mix your brain.
Yeah.
But this is the same elements in all the directions. So if you had a tape line or an asterisk line, you throw all those elbow sequences in those angles. Because
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna stay toe to toe. If I go toe to toe, well, it's like, okay, now we're
Yeah,
got
we're
more
square
odds.
up. Yeah.
Now, if I'm over here, can't hit me as
Yeah.
much.
Coming in
You know
at
what
a
I
weird
mean?
angle.
But
Yeah.
if I'm squared up, you got all this target.
Sure. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay,
Okay.
so we'll go spear,
Spear.
horizontal,
Horizontal.
slicing,
Slicing.
backwards uppercut.
Backwards uppercut.
Yep, uppercut elbow,
Uppercut elbow.
downward elbow,
Downward elbow.
cross step,
Cross step.
spinning back elbow.
Boom. Okay.
Good. Now we're going to the left side.
Okay.
So spear,
Spear.
horizontal,
Horizontal.
slicing,
Slicing.
backwards uppercut,
Backwards uppercut.
uppercut elbow,
Uppercut.
downward.
Downward.
Now cross step,
Yep.
spinning back elbow.
Spinning
Boom.
back.
Now just pivot right here. Now since we're gonna go with the right,
Okay.
spear,
Spear.
horizontal,
Horizontal.
slicing,
Slicing.
backwards uppercut,
Backwards uppercut.
uppercut,
Cut.
downward,
Downward.
cross step,
Cross
spinning
step.
back elbow.
Boom.
Now, yep, now you're leading with the left, spear,
Spear.
yep, horizontal, slicing,
Slicing.
yes, good, backwards uppercut,
Backwards uppercut.
uppercut elbow,
Uppercut.
downward
Downward.
elbow, cross step, that's it, spinning back elbow.
Cool.
So you see how you just made a compass,
Yes.
north, south, all directions,
Yeah.
being able to just pivot. So somebody comes over here, I might have to go with the back elbow, like
Yeah.
this guy was at the concert, or he's in your space, or he's like so drunk and he's like hanging on whatever.
So
So
you
this is where those back elbows
just
come
creating a little
in.
bit of space.
Or he's going in, or you know what, I'm standing in front and
Yeah.
you're like, hey man, boom, there's the
Yeah.
spear. Or the bull's horn.
Sure. The bull's horns is a
Yep.
good one. Yeah.
So as this goes on, don't ever look down. I
Okay.
want your eyes, imagine like you're holding a rocket launcher.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, that way it's protected. Look at the barrier. I have to work to get in here. Like
Gotcha.
move your head, move your hands, don't let me hit your nose. Boom, move. See how I have to work? It doesn't take very much.
I like that.
As opposed to me, you're going in here. Well, now I'm already,
Wide open on that
yeah.
side.
People are like, oh, I'm here. Well, I'm not gonna, I don't want to frame this. I mean,
Right. Because then you're locked in. Too.
yeah, and I'm locked in, but I'm also like, there's still an opening. I'm protected, but I'm not. If I'm here, I'm gonna be protected here. I'm protecting the most vital. Your biceps, protecting your chin.
Okay.
You know what I mean? As opposed to your head up. If I'm
Yeah.
working down like this one, there's a lot of strain on my neck. I
Gotcha.
don't want to lead in with my
The
head.
guy can push me down. Or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if I'm in here, I'm solid right
Yeah.
in here. I can't move you, like stay strong. So if I go to push,
Yeah.
like boom, I push,
Yeah.
I pull. I
Yeah,
mean, see how much weight? That's solid because everything now is connected to your trunk
Sure, yeah,
as opposed to going further out. But now, as soon as we go in now for the elbows,
Mhm.
imagine, actually, yeah, this will be good. So you get to get some of my MMA toys out.
heck yeah.
Um, this is kind of like me, how I feel. Did he tech it yet? Oh,
Oh, hold on 1 second.
oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So it's kind of like me, how I feel all beat up, and these both bags simulate my body.
Okay,
All
copy
patched
that,
up and
a little
beat up.
scraped up, yeah,
So whenever you're down, this
Okay.
is always mount.
okay,
So when I'm in mount, I don't want to have my legs like loosey goosey. I
Yeah.
want to use impinging with my inner thighs.
okay.
So now, if you're going here, what kind of elbow can we throw from here?
Well, to me, my first thought
Yep.
is this thing.
Horizontal. So as that
Horizontal.
goes through, now when you hit the bag, don't do this with the bag, you're gonna get bag burn.
Yeah,
So come in and hit, yep,
Okay.
see as that comes in? Now put your hand down, put it down
okay,
on his face, come on the other side.
okay,
Hand on the space. That way where the head goes, I pivot it to strike. I
sure,
turn his head away from me,
okay,
because nobody's head can go, well, unless they're like super flexible and
Yeah.
double jointed. But I want to turn their head away from the strike that I don't want them to see it coming.
gotcha, okay,
I turn their head this way, well, I'm gonna turn it this way, I'm gonna elbow this way.
that makes sense.
Perfect, yep.
Okay,
So now if I'm down on top and my
Yeah.
chest is down, what kind of elbow can we go down from here?
I'm thinking there's something over the top,
So
right?
remember, coming straight down like that, uppercut or downward elbow.
Yeah,
See how that goes right on the skull, right on that head. Yep,
and I'm not thinking about hard or soft, right? I'm just hitting stuff.
yep, you're just going from there, but you see how these motions?
Yeah.
Now, if I'm over here, what kind of elbow can I go back?
Backwards up.
Back elbow, put your hand here.
Yep.
Come in with the horizontal.
Okay.
Slide over, slide your hand over.
Yep.
Back elbow
Okay.
and horizontal elbow.
Check.
The whole thing is every time you're going in, especially for this type of training, I want you to put your hand on their head.
Okay,
Pivot their head. The reason, so, I'll show you. So lay down on your back.
Yeah.
And so just stay normal right
Okay,
there.
yeah.
And so what I'm gonna show you is how far you can turn your head. Turn your head just looking that way.
Yeah.
Now look, when I push this head down,
yeah, that's not as comfortable.
I want to put that cheek all the way down. And you see how, can you look back?
No,
Can you come at me?
not
But you see- Now, if you look the other way,
Yeah,
look how far, the same thing. If I push this cheek all the way down and I'm pushing
yeah,
all my might, there's no way that's gonna come up.
yeah,
So people are trying to like, oh, do all these arm bars. Forget that, I'm gonna control your head.
yeah, I'm gonna get you going.
You're gonna attack this, you're gonna get your hands, I know where your hands are gonna go. When your hands, my hand's here, where are your hands gonna go?
You're gonna try-
Exactly,
Yeah.
so when that goes there, bam,
Bam, yeah,
that comes in. So if I
Yeah.
know already where you're gonna go, because it's automatic response, not like, oh, I gotta be this time.
Yeah.
But you see how your body compensates? Like my body, my head can't turn all the way because I got so much off in the next one. Somebody turns my head this way, my whole body
sure, because
compensates.
everything's tight up in here, or
Yep.
whatever, right? Yeah,
So that's why when I'm doing it on the bag, pushing the head down. So you see like, oh, visually I'm pushing, yes. So if
Yeah.
I'm pushing, then I just slide and then I'm gonna slide to my forearm.
sure,
There,
yeah,
perfect. And then my forearm just stays right on that neck or on that head.
gotcha,
That comes back, yep, and coming back.
okay. Yeah, so
So-
you're just keeping control of everything.
Yeah, yeah, I don't, and then hopefully his arms are pinned in or the pinch
Yeah.
legs in where this is tight.
Okay,
The tighter this is, I'm using my legs.
gotcha.
So now, say if you're down, you're on top of me, right?
Yeah, so.
Oh,
Hey,
perfect,
guys.
he
Hey,
came
dude.
in, perfect time.
Sorry,
No,
these
you're-
are hard for me. I gotta pick up my kid from school
Oh,
and then drop him off at home and come over and traffic was kind of like all over the place.
Sure, no worries, it was,
Yeah.
So say you're on top,
Yeah.
right? So now, pin my chin down.
Yep.
So what am I doing here? Now look at this elbow that comes straight here. Oh,
Smack.
right in here.
Yeah.
Now, as I say, I want you to turn the head the other way.
Yeah.
Turn my head this way.
Okay.
Now, that other elbow
Yeah, well,
comes
maybe
right there.
hit it.
Forward.
Yeah.
And you see how that goes through.
Yeah.
So when I'm elbows down, can imagine that 12 to 6, coming straight down, like straight in top. So we're doing elbows from the ground, kind of the
Okay,
same
yeah.
motion all the way through. Does that make sense?
It does,
And then
yeah.
we'll go stuff from the bottom. So when I'm here, I'm gonna spear
Sure.
right in here. I can't go up. I mean, that's not gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
But this is my
Right.
barrier.
I'm not gonna be able to really get in here. Yeah.
As soon as I gotta go in here, then my hand goes across the neck to frame.
Yeah.
So if you're coming down
Yeah.
and you're going down, it's hard. And then as this comes out, I'm just gonna either come uppercut
Mhm.
or come down. It's either two motions, and this is where it's short motions. It doesn't take a lot of power.
Yeah.
Because these are
Well, even with
pointy.
that little pressure on the Adam's apple, it's like I'm not
When-
going anywhere.
yeah, so it's a frame.
Okay.
When you're on your back, you want a frame. I
Okay.
give you like, oh, a good shoulder. I rest that as my anchor.
Okay.
I don't want to go out here because look how far I'm away.
Yeah.
But once I'm framing here,
Right.
it's hard. Yeah, and I can hold this a lot easier.
Yeah.
Then if I have to, those elbows are coming up, but we'll go through that too. But you see how holding down on the head.
Yeah.
So,
So that makes
and then we're
sense.
gonna do stuff from the bottom too.
Okay.
But when you're on the back,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, and this will be perfect timing. So, ready, Mark?
1 second.
So practice those elbows. I'm gonna close this door.
Sure.
That way, bro. Yeah, well, you see how that's like a slow,
Yeah, you kind of, it's almost just, you're just kind of pushing with like a
Yep.
little bit of a pop in the tail end of it.
where their head goes, like I said, their body's gonna follow automatically. So. So imagine, don't hit it on this side,
Yeah.
come straight down. Boom. Yep. So there's that horizontal, and then if you switch, you can go back on the other side, horizontal here. So here, this is what you're gonna do, Mark, horizontal elbow. Pin the head, slide it over. Horizontal elbow, pin the head. The reason why you're pinning the head is because when the body goes, the head goes,
Mhm.
you can't come back up and can't look at getting, so you're gonna go on the mount.
Yeah. Okay, so hit it and then.
So I got my imaginary person right in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit it right in here. Boom. Now take your forearm. Now slide your hand on there. Now the other hand comes in and replaces it. Hits. Boom. Forearm. Slide. Yep.
Okay.
Hit.
And the
Yep.
reason, okay, and we're keeping the face pinned down.
Yep. So let me show you. Lay down on the mat on your back. So when I'm on top. So turn your head as far as you can there. Okay. So this is okay. Can you turn it any further? Nope. Okay. So now look. You see.
Mhm.
See how what that does?
Okay.
Can you turn back towards me?
No, it's like.
Can you reach up with your other tools and other arms? What are you gonna do automatically, right?
I'm
Come
trying
to the-
to like.
Yeah. And then this is, even when they do that, like, which is automatic. So this is where I want you to do because they're gonna push. So imagine I just pushed you, right? Your
Mhm.
head's down. You can look at me. But as this goes here and this hand comes up,
Mhm.
so I just sliver, let this come on my body.
Yeah.
As that goes down, my elbows are coming here. So
Sure.
you can't elbow back, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So if it hits me, it's hitting here. And my ideal goal is to trap this leg
Yeah.
or trap that arm.
Sure.
Mhm.
So now he can't do anything.
Yeah.
From in here, you feel how that's on there.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can't move because his delts are the weakest.
Sure.
But you see how I'm pinching my legs in
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
That's what I want you doing on the back.
Okay.
So if the head goes one way, you're gonna span and then strike.
Mhm.
And then you're gonna replace it, cupping their mouth, cupping their nose, and then you're gonna turn their head the other way and go back and forth. Does that make sense?
That's a bad
So
day.
you're turning their head, you're
Yep.
turning the head back and forth.
I turn their head because I don't want them to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna put their cheekbone to the mat, to the ground,
Okay.
to the concrete. Because see, look, for me, I can't go this as far. If you're going here,
Yeah.
like you get on top and you push my cheek down, watch what happens with my body. So he pushes this down. Look, see, I'm already
Yeah.
compensating.
Yeah.
And this, look how far. And if
Yeah.
he was really,
If I was really leaning into it, then.
that's what I want, because that right there is gonna be devastating. If he goes here, he already knows this, so just follow him.
Bang.
Boom, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I come here and then you can do.
And then you cover this, so As you go here, cover the nose, cover the nose.
Okay,
Boom, that comes in, bam,
gotcha.
bam. See how that goes?
Yeah,
And then this one, yep, you seesaw the face, like you're cutting it and it's going back. So you can't see exactly.
yeah,
So that's what you're doing on the bag. Like, okay, I'm just pinning it and then sawing it and then
Okay.
striking it.
yeah, that's a rough day at the beach.
That's, yeah, I mean,
Because that,
Yeah, that's bad.
yeah.
We're winning very well at that
Yeah.
point, yeah.
Well, especially
Or
when
at
he
least
goes
that's
in here, and this is when I'm training cops, I'm like, number one, take their head out, not take it out, but control that head.
Yeah,
Boom, where the head goes, the body's gonna follow.
Yeah.
And then, yep,
you're
You
just
see how-
keeping pressure the whole time.
yep, you're just using this form. Okay, now, oh, I'm gonna post, and then when I post, boom, that's strike. Okay,
gotcha.
here.
You're posting on their
Post.
face, on their head.
Exactly,
Just
you're
come down
pushing down, yep. For training purposes, just hit on this part of your back so you don't get
Okay.
back burn. There you go, or mat burn.
So yeah, so you can really give yourself
Oh, yeah.
room to,
Yeah, and don't even load it up. It's these short little elbows that are more devastating. Because when you're hitting here with the forearm on this, this is gonna slice them and dice them
Yeah.
so easy.
well, like a temple shot like that would be
Yep.
a really
And
bad
it's,
day.
this is not
Eyebrow.
fat, no, I mean, this is gonna cut easy from here
Bleed,
up.
block their eyes, yeah,
Yep, blood comes down. I mean, I got cut in here and it was just drenched in here. Got cut over here once and it was just
yeah,
blood all the way through.
And really, we're just like falling into it. Like,
Yeah.
You know, just,
Because when his arm goes up, imagine you just put that like you did. What did you do? You
yeah, just, yeah.
You let your arm, you just slide it over because that's only one limb. And which way are you doing? You're always Xing them out. See how this arm
Yeah,
goes
crossing the
across?
arm over, yeah.
yeah.
Now, when that comes back, I'm screwed. Like,
Yeah.
and then if you can pin that other arm
Sure,
down
you
too.
get that in there, yeah.
Now, go like 12 to 6, straight down from his head. Yep.
That's a strike.
Yep. So remember those strikes we did all,
Yeah.
a little review with those same principles that we're gonna start from the ground.
Yeah,
Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go from the bottom.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll show you on this one real quick. So as I'm here, say I'm on my back,
Yeah.
this guy's in between. I don't want my legs to be like loose. I want them to be loose, but this is closed guard. My legs crossing out. This is open guard.
gotcha,
I want you to be open guard to see how I'm framing.
yeah,
So this, what we did underneath was like, oh, he was on top of me. I go right across his neck.
Yep.
I pin down. Now I move my hips out. Boom. If he comes back, well now, boom, that elbow comes back. And what I'm doing is just one side, but I want you to frame from here
That's under the chin.
under the chin. Yep. So it's right under throat. So as I frame, now I'm framing. Look what I can do. I can lift them over with this leg. So to get off my back. But I want you to frame, just strike from here. Just get used to what strikes can we do naturally.
sure,
Boom, I can spear, I can do a back elbow, I can do all the elbows that we were, well, almost all, except for the spinning.
yeah,
But the down, the diagonal, the uppercut, if I'm up this way, just because I'm here, doesn't mean I can't move my body. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then when I say sweep, I want you to pick one leg. One leg is gonna go underneath, the other leg's gonna go out. Oh, he's gonna fall over. It's
Okay.
leverage to get him off your back.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
this is gonna be huge. So if you're here, elbows, where's your elbow? Boom, horizontal. You can keep your head up because this is gonna get your neck strong too.
yeah,
But as I go down, come elbows. Go 1, 2, 3. Do that 5 times, keeping your head up.
Okay.
And then 5 on the other because you need to strengthen these muscles as well.
gotcha.
Okay.
On your back, yeah. Head stays up, you're about to feel a whole different muscle group now.
Okay.
So go horizontal.
Horizontal, are we framing on this or?
Yep,
striking
yep,
now?
frame, oh yeah, just let's strike for now.
Okay.
Okay, so horizontal,
Horizontal?
backwards elbow, downward elbow. 1, do the same thing, horizontal, backwards elbow. Good, 2. Yep, good. Yep, same side, same side. Back, down, good, yep. Yep. And try to use your legs, yeah. Now you're doing business, hat's
Yeah, yeah.
coming off. Well, sorry for your back. I'm gonna set it on the chair.
Sure.
Good. Once you get 5 on one side, go on the other side. And then we'll start framing. Good job.
if you're really getting wrecked, you could kind of park it here for a
Oh,
minute
yeah.
until you got your bearings, right?
Yep, so remember, not here. I want you to always lock this in with your vision.
Okay.
Imagine like you're holding a rocket, like if I'm flaring on Mars, say I'm here and I'm just like, bam,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to hit, well, I gotta work. And eventually if I hit, I'm gonna bust my knuckles. I call it destruction. The harder I hit, you're gonna shatter me with these elbows.
Yeah.
If I'm coming here, bam, and I'm hitting on that tip, right, left, going in, wherever I'm at, bam. I can't get into his face. I mean, look how hard. And if I do, I'm gonna hit him like a rabbit. It's not gonna be no major pressure. on
Yeah.
it, You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that tracks.
So in this range, so, you watch MMA, they're always, when they're on top, they're always right
Oh.
things like that. How come no one's ever doing elbow stuff on each other?
Well, they do, but they're just trying to look for the submission. They're in the game. They're participating. They want to agree. They want to tap them out. They want to make it show. Here, we're not we're not participating. Now, once I go in here and I'm striking, I'm going to be able to strike. And they do it, but there's just this other top guy has way too much skill.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're looking at elite. That's where you don't
Yeah.
want to go with an MMA guy. Like,
Right.
oh yeah, okay. Oh no, they know what to do. That's their comfort zone.
Yeah.
Sure.
When I have wrestlers, I'm like, damn, I can't even break my wrestlers. Once they keep me in control, I can't even submit them. They got relentless pressure.
Yeah.
I go with the jits guy, man, he's got my neck, he's choking me out every time.
Yeah.
As soon as he throws one arm bar, great, he's got one arm. But if he doesn't, if he's so fast and gets it down, I'm like, oh crap, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now on this next one, I want you to use your forearm to frame.
Yeah.
To frame, yeah.
Framing.
Now, as that frame, I just want you to drop it and drop that elbow. And then frame again and then go to the other side.
I like that one.
Yeah, because now he's up, now like I'm pressure's on top of you.
Yeah.
Frame first and then drop that elbow. Yes, there you go, good, just like that.
Okay.
Yep, frame and then drop. Yep, so as soon as, there you go, see, as soon as he drops, that's it, but frame first. So he's like right up underneath, and then when he comes down, the back comes down, good. See how he drops right into place.
Okay.
Good, now, we're gonna sweep.
Yeah.
So the sweep, we're gonna roll to the right, yep, left leg straight, underneath, and then just lift up your leg like a leg extension. Now just stay on top.
Okay.
Because that way you're sweeping to get them off, but when you sweep, we're gonna sweep all the way. Yep, I'm gonna take that. That's and then you're gonna go on top. That way you're out instead of just sweeping them off, or you get to your feet.
What do we do with our hands?
So your hands are going framing across, boom.
Okay.
So as soon as that goes there, yes, and you stay on top. And as
Yeah,
soon
that
as
makes-
you stay, yep,
Yeah.
as soon as you frame, you're right there, keeping that hand all the way through on his neck.
And you're like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if he's coming down, you're gonna sweep.
Yeah.
And that leg has to be straight. This leg has to be on his inside of his thigh.
Okay.
And all you're gonna do is like a leg extension.
So you hurt your leg underneath on the inside.
Yep, so if you're here, so say you're on top, right now, sweep you this way. So if I'm here, so if he's down in here, so I'm like, he's in the mount or is in, yep. So if he's in mount, I'm gonna take out one of his tables, so I gotta actually come in my guard, because this is, actually, we'll show you, nope. So mount is different from the sweep because his legs were inside.
Gotcha.
So when he's on top, we're gonna still like, he's punching.
Punching.
Like, see, you can't get in, so I gotta go here, I'm gonna buck, and I'm gonna push out.
Okay.
Now, I'm not even gonna try to go in here, because now if he closes his guard, keep your legs tight,
Yeah.
close me in, now I'm in his guard. But now where am I gonna frame?
Yeah.
And I come across, and then all I'm gonna do is just hold one arm, right now this arm, and then he's just gonna hug himself. But now he can't hit me with any hand.
Right.
So see what I'm doing with my chest and my chin, and where I got both hands open
Yeah.
to come across. And I'm in his guard.
Sure.
So the one that we did, I want you to do this one. So you're in the guard.
So
Yeah.
in
You're
here.
in guard. Yep. So when you're in between my legs,
Okay.
this is guard.
I've never known the difference.
Yeah.
So open guard, my
Yeah.
legs are open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Closed guard. See how my legs are crossed?
Yeah.
So I'm here trying
Yep.
to.
So here's, now as he's trying to hit me, see how much? So I'm framing here.
Yeah.
This one comes, sorry, comes right on his waist.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm going here, come at me, Mark. Boom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you see
Yeah.
how now I have the leverage and my foot goes across his seatbelt, his
Yeah.
belt line.
Yeah.
But you got to use that shin.
Yeah.
And that's what I want you to get in on this bag. So when you're here in the
Like
guard.
swept me underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So if I'm here, I'm framing. Oh, I'm getting to a hip.
Uh-huh.
Come across. This leg has to be in. When I go in there, I scissor that leg.
His legs go like that.
Yeah, I'm noticing that little heel hook thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
That heel comes in. I keep this on here because this is gonna keep that momentum. This one comes all the way through if I'm on top or if I'm not. I'm just gonna stay like, what are my options? But a sweep is one of the necessary things. You can shrimp out, you can do all these other ones, but that one, when you're in, a person's in between your legs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When a person sits up, I gotta buck you like a horse, and then I'm gonna push out. And as I push, I'm gonna push you and explode. And that back leg's coming up.
I guess I never knew that either. What the mount and
Yeah. So mount, anytime I'm
Yeah.
across, sitting.
cross you,
Yep, so they're in mount,
right? And if I was inside their legs, more like here, my
you're
legs are
in
up
guard.
in
Yep.
guard. Okay.
okay.
And there's three,
So-
so basic, like, and those are, and I keep those names open because those, anything you know on from a jits, they're gonna say, oh, go to mount, go to side control.
Yeah.
Side control is just chest on the side, right side, north, south. So here's the positions. So real quick, mount,
Yep.
boom. If I go to side control, I keep pressure and I'm floating the hips.
Okay.
Side control, when I say, when you hear people north, south, I block the hips, I go to his chest. I'm north, south. When I go to side control, I'm flipping over to another side. I go to mount, mount back. Now when I go to guard, I use my legs. I'm not using my arms to pull them into. So these legs are working just as much.
Okay.
Now I'm in open guard, closed guard.
And they want that. They want you, and they just do it because
Depends on the skill level. The jits guys wants you here because, oh, I can fight from my back.
Yeah.
So if he's up on my belly,
But they,
well, now this is mount.
yeah, they don't want you in mounts.
Yeah, mount here. I mean, it's vice versa. There's so many different things, but you're not agreeing to submissions and all this
Yeah,
stuff. So those positions are universal all the way through. You're not like, so when I say north, south, you're gonna put your chest on their head, north, south.
Yeah.
And look at the strikes that we're here. I'm here, boom, boom. I'm coming across, bam. I'm coming straight down,
Yeah.
bam, bam, back.
Yeah.
Those are the two strikes that we were doing, spear. Because even if I spear and I'm holding on to his chest, this is not gonna feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I push, yeah, if I push my weight down, hold my
Yeah,
weight
yeah.
on there, so there's the spear that comes in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all the moves that we're doing standing is doing on the ground.
I like that.
Does that make sense? All right, so let's go, let's do the sweep, or actually, let's go in that transition, so you're on mount, and then I want you to pull them into guard, and then we're gonna sweep going towards the garage.
Okay.
So go with
There,
the
you
elbows.
use your legs, right?
Yep, so I'm here, so let's go with that elbow, boom, perfect. Now, this other elbow, take your left leg, your right leg,
Okay.
hook underneath.
Yep.
Pull,
Rolling.
keep the bag in between your legs.
Okay.
Good, now go to strike.
And we're
Bring
holding
it,
like this,
yep.
yeah. Holding like this, right? And then we
Yep.
go.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you go. See, because now his body falls into it.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna sweep him back, coming towards me.
Okay, so
Yes,
Like
get
under-
underneath, leg
here.
underneath,
right?
right leg underneath, yep,
Yeah, like underneath.
perfect. Now you're gonna extend.
Extend and like sit to the
Sit-
foot.
Yep, and then sit on top.
Up.
Yep. And now, good, yep, now you sweep from the other way.
Okay.
Now you just come on
The other
top,
way.
yep, put the other way, pull and use your legs, there you go. Now see, he's right in between, good, yep, right
Okay.
in between,
Okay.
yes. Striking right in there, keep it going.
Then it doesn't matter what I'm doing with my
Nope.
finger, right?
Striking good. Perfect. Going back,
Okay. Let me go the other direction.
yep, and then we're gonna go to side control.
Okay.
And so
Side
side
control
control,
is
I just want you
this.
to match, yes, now have your
This.
knees and then have your elbows like sandwiched there. So, yes, see, now all your weight's on.
This
You can't
is-
breathe. Yep, and that's side control. So you wanna match your elbows and your knees.
Yeah.
The match right in here. So if they're like this, that's not good because see, you're offside. So if I'm in here, my elbows and knees are matching roughly. Perfect. Now what kind of elbows can you do there? Back elbow, good. See how that easy?
side, body.
See, the
Base.
same.
Yeah.
Yep, on both sides. Now, go to mount, which is sitting on top. Perfect. And now go to north-south.
Okay.
No southwest.
Spin around. Yep. Put your chest on him. All your chest on there. Put all your weight on there. Yes. Put your chest on his face. So chest. Yes. There you go. Now what kind of elbows? You're right at his ribs.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. Downward, sideways, diagonal. Good. Now go to side control, the other side. There you go. And match his head. Elbows are in. Good. Now throw those elbows from that position. Excellent. That's it. Good.
And are you trying to keep, like, so if, like, say we're inside control, I'm hitting this guy here. Is it a best practice to keep pressure here and then strike from the opposite side, or does it matter?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The
Okay.
person's gonna respond differently.
Sure.
As much as I had all this skill, nobody ever, his pain tolerance is more. He can take more of a gut shot than a head shot. This guy can't.
Yeah,
But it's adapting, and as long as you keep moving, that's gonna be the hardest thing. But when you move, I don't want you to move, like when I say north-south, I want you to keep your pressure, so my hands are all up, so I'm smothering them.
Yeah.
I'm like literally,
Your chest is on their chest.
yeah, on their face.
Okay, so it's not a true
I'm-
6'9", it's a.
No. Yeah. Oh,
So,
yeah.
chest to chest.
Yeah.
The belt
Well,
smoke.
So,
Like,
when
this is
you're
a 69,
doing-
that's not north south.
We use that back home.
So here, lay down right
It's not
here,
big.
Mark, because I'm gonna show you, you guys are gonna collect these, Sam, lay down.
Okay.
So I'll show you what I want you to do when you're in positions from side control.
Okay.
So if I'm in side
Yeah, it's
control.
not control, guys.
See, so I'm here,
Yeah.
he can't he can elbow me as much, but I have my ribs open, so I wanna bring my hand underneath.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And I just collect, so now, see how this is like a head and arm.
Because this would be a weird one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He only has one tool.
Yeah.
So all I'm gonna do, don't just stay here. Collect one hand, if I go underneath, boom, I
Yeah.
pull his head, now it's a different submission.
Yeah,
Okay.
But now as this goes in, you feel how tight that is.
Yes.
So that's all I want you to do. If this arm's here, now I want you to collect the arms. Oh, I'm gonna stay right here. Oh, when I go north-south, look where we have arms.
Yeah.
Right in here.
oh yeah. with the
Okay?
arms.
Yeah, so if the arms, and now imagine if I put all my
Oh,
weight,
yeah.
I'm gonna smother. When I'm going here, I'm collecting the arms. He's right onto the side.
Okay.
When I'm going here, I'm
Ah,
collecting
dude,
the arms.
he's like pretzeling you.
Yeah.
So I'm not letting him go for a knife. Go
That's
for
what, so you
it.
keep that pressure down.
That's why I want that pressure. If that pressure's not there, and I do this.
I have a lot of space to move
Yeah,
around.
oh, now I'm up in here. So when I'm down in here, I will smother a guy, and I call it mother's milk. I'm gonna put his head in, and I'm just gonna smother his face like he's breastfeeding, you know what I mean?
Yeah, copy
So if
that.
I'm here, this is in, and I'm holding. He can bite, but as soon as he bites, I'm gonna rip that head, and his elbows are coming straight down on his collarbone,
Mhm.
inside.
He's- But here, but he has his arm. I mean, he's trying to punch. He doesn't have much left.
Yeah, I mean, like, like, no matter what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you see where these elbows come in.
Yeah.
Wherever he's at, bam.
Yeah,
Bam.
if I'm trying to stop it, I'm opening up my head to something else.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
And as soon as he starts to frame, oh, great. So when they frame, just push that arm across. Okay, so
Yeah.
when they frame, it's not, oh, get up here on my neck. Isn't it? Don't let me push that arm across.
Okay.
See how it's harder?
Yeah,
When your arm and the frame was over here,
Yeah.
so the elbow was easy.
yeah. Yeah,
Oh, easy to push.
yeah,
and
so
then
right
I fall.
off. Okay.
But
So I'm
when we
grabbing
frame, this is number one. Yep, I can't push, and then you just, yep, as soon as you come back now, scoop my head. There you go. Now sweep.
Oh, shit.
There you go. See,
Okay.
look at that. Now it's in there where the head goes, and you keep this pressure. Now you're just framing here.
Sitting
All
all
this
over
in there. Now I'm like,
Sure, I'm doing
yeah,
whatever.
whatever you want
Yeah,
on that side. But that's how you're gonna get off of the guy. Always, or have him get off of you.
sure.
Underneath, especially if you got punches, but these aren't gonna hurt as bad because there's not a lot of heat coming in. You can hit, but it takes a lot of skill, and you don't wanna, you wanna either just push his head down so I can push
Yeah.
off, and then I just like, forget that,
Yeah.
pushing in, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I can move anybody if I move me first.
Sure.
I can't move you if I don't move me first.
You have to create your own.
So if I
space
try
there.
moving, you come on top. So if I try moving him without moving me first, how much
Yeah,
strength?
yeah.
Move me first, then I can move him second.
Okay.
Oh, what do I do?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna say, I would
oh.
do that, yeah.
oh, there, now I
Sure.
can go in here. What, I moved me first,
Yeah.
not the other way around.
Yeah, because then I'm reacting to
Yep.
it as well.
Yeah, I would do.
Yeah,
So
so,
my own hips to get out.
yeah, and that's the number one thing. So
That's
what I,
that shrimping thing too,
yep,
right?
that shrimping that we did on there on how, that's when a guy's on top, say you're on top across the belly. So he was in guard, so this is shrimping, so I'm here, I'm gonna frame, hand goes here, pushing my hips out.
Mhm.
Now I'm gonna push them down.
Yeah, you can use your legs down, and just get yourself
And
away.
then I just kick.
Yeah.
He grabs a hold of my leg, no problem. That becomes like a piston.
Yeah.
All the way through. So the shrimping and the seatbelt, this is number one because I can see, I can react. Oh, I might have a short elbow. If I can hold this right in here and just pull my elbow back, look at the tip, that elbow comes in.
Yeah.
Pop, and easy. Doesn't take very much. Or if I push up and then I come down and then I'm keeping his head down. So when I'm coming down, what am I doing? I'm sliding his head. He's keeping relentless pressure.
Yeah, so you're maintaining contact no matter what you're
Yeah.
doing.
Yes, if the head is, if there's a gap, oh, there's a sunlight, there's a jits guy, that guy saw a little opening, he's gonna capitalize on it.
Yeah.
But on this, they can't capitalize on that.
Okay.
So let's try that with each other, where you guys can push each other off. Don't throw the elbows, but like throw, imagine like, oh, I can throw it here.
Yeah.
Even if it's in here, now we can throw little funny elbows. Cause this is like, imagine like you're just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of motion that is.
Yeah.
Put chicken wing, there you go. So if you're here, bam, I can go here, coming down, coming back. But throwing short little elbows, because this right in here, all along on this side of your face, now this is not so much funny. So if I'm here, bam.
Yeah.
I would hit here, come back, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sure.
If I'm in here,
Just keep tapping the guy.
yeah, 1, all the way through, yeah. Those little things are just gonna offset.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so try that. You get on top and then you get on and then we'll go back and forth.
So which one are we doing? The
Let's do the, so he's gonna strike first and then when I say,
are we mounted or are we in guard?
yeah, let's go in guard.
In guard.
In guard for now.
Okay, so
Yep,
I'm
so
here.
let him go through your strikes first. So where are your
Okay.
strikes first?
Okay. Oh, give you the
Yeah,
way.
So
Give us
one,
One,
kind of thing.
yep,
Yeah.
I grab that, move your head,
yes,
boom, do another one, come across,
yep,
push this. Oh, and I did switch.
Mhm.
So I come across, bash, all that stuff.
and when you go in there, cover his nostrils
Okay.
and his
Yeah.
mouth.
Okay, so
With
like
your
grip.
pinky up on here, so now your pinky's up on his nostrils,
Yeah.
there. Just panic and when he can't breathe,
Sure.
that's when instead of, there's
Just
no,
keep
yeah.
smashing
Yes,
and doing
yep.
all this kind of shit.
Good, now Mark, what are you gonna do from there?
So I'm trying to
Frame?
frame him up and
Good.
place with the
Yes,
elbow. Right?
yep,
Frame. Place
what
with the
other elbows can you do?
I can do this.
Good.
This, that. Come up this way.
Now when you reverse, sweep them,
So I
What's
have
that?
like this, right?
Yep.
So if I want to go this way, I gotta get this leg under here.
so move your hips, get to a hip, yep. So you gotta move your hips a little bit more.
Okay.
It says, see how you're just trying to do this here. like,
Yeah.
Nope, so move your hips out.
Oh,
This is
then
gonna-
send. Okay.
yeah. So like part shrimp,
Like that. Like this. So I go.
Yep. there, now keep
This
this
is
leg
better.
pivoted right here.
Okay.
And then
Under.
just straighten out that leg. There you go.
That works.
Good. And you
Yeah.
see how that's on there?
Yeah,
Perfect.
now I'm here doing this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, Mark, yep, or Sam, nope, so all the strikes that you can go
Okay,
through.
so I'm doing this.
Yep.
Yep. Bam, bam, bam.
And here.
Yep.
Right. Now I'll rip your face around.
Yeah,
All right.
good.
Just falling into you.
Yep.
I really just messing you up. It's bad.
Now,
Really, yeah.
frame Sam from there.
Sure.
So
So,
if he's coming down, yep,
Yep.
framing right there.
Okay.
What strikes can you go from there?
oh, I'm gonna easily do this.
Yep,
If I'm pushing him, oh dude, I might just kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might just
Yeah,
switch back and
exactly.
forth. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Now, when you go to, yep, and downward elbows,
I'm
perfect.
supposed to be not in mount. I'm supposed to be. In
Well, you can be, because you can shrimp out of there. It's not.
Oh,
always-
yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So
So
it's
we're
another
just trading
version.
blows and we've rotated all the way around and now I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
So,
Smash, smash,
yep, so now
smash.
you're gonna shrimp out and
So,
get out of there. and
Am I
get
going
to your guard.
towards my arm or away from my arm?
If you're on the arm and you wanna go
Yeah.
with this, cause it's gonna be really hard, you're gonna twist, jack your spine.
Okay,
So if the arm's up, go to the opposite side.
okay, so I would,
Cause frame here gets you a hip. Now, with your left hand, you're still here, I want your left hand on his inner thigh.
so
Like that, yep.
So,
So is this, and instead of like this, I want you to grab it like a C.
okay, like that.
Yep, so as now as I push back,
Yeah.
You're gonna push your butt back and then push your hand down and frame all the way back.
And he's going this way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you're just gonna get out of his, in between his legs. Yep, so now just close them up into closed guard now. Just go
Okay.
into closed guard,
Oh, just like.
just for this drill.
Okay.
That way,
Gotcha.
because you see how you have to shrimp out. So
Yeah.
now we have to post on the leg and on his head.
Okay.
So now now you can reverse and swoop them.
Okay, so then I would come.
Yep, so if this leg's, let's go that way, yep.
Yeah,
So is this left arm's gonna be underneath his neck?
yeah,
Boom.
so.
Move your hip. There you go. And have that right leg straight, left leg on the inside. Yep, just on his inner thigh. And then extend that leg and go on top of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on top of him to mount.
Okay.
Perfect, because now you're gonna have to shrimp out of there as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You know
So,
what I mean? So now,
Gotcha.
you see how this is like a little flow drill?
Yeah.
So he's on top.
Mhm.
Well, he's not always gonna be in guard.
yeah.
And if he's throwing blows like
But
this.
but you said the mount position, I'm doing more like this.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
And I'm trying to strip out right here.
Yep.
And then I can.
Yep, you can push and launch.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
That,
Yep.
that long
That bridge, I forgot to add that. Good point.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, no,
You
you're
know?
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
that was-
honestly, that little hip thrust, it
Yeah.
really does send you off balance
Yeah.
fast.
that was one thing I did forget on that one, but always that bridge, especially on the mount, because now you can move your body, but what did you do? You moved yourself first to create that space, like
Yeah.
a rodeo,
Yeah.
and then he had to go through the next one.
Okay.
Try it again.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do the whole thing.
Because I think like a bigger guy on top of me like
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Right. I know that for me, I can like not them all like that and
Yep.
then tuck under and then now I can.
Yeah,
Now
now
you
you
get
have
that
space.
Yeah,
way.
exactly. Yep, and your legs are just literally gonna run up.
Yeah.
Just from all the way up, all the way.
Just shoot me in the face.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then by the time I have my gun.
Yeah, and if that was exactly how,
Yeah.
you guys have water guns, you should try that.
You have orange guns, don't you?
I have orange gun, yeah. An orange gun with a appendix holster, we can do that.
Yeah,
Try it and see if you can,
yeah, before I can grab or whatever,
yeah,
yeah.
and just see like, oh, how fast can it be? Like, do that attention where, once he gets there, I'm trying to attack you and see if you get sporty.
Yeah.
So with what I do with the cops and all this, I have them all wear a white shirt and markers,
Yeah,
red markers,
Mhm.
like a
Knives,
little
yeah.
Sharpie. So if I
Yeah.
sliced you, diced you, or got all that, and everybody came up colorful because I
Yeah.
was like, dude, this is the reality. I'm gonna get cut. I'm gonna get stabbed. I'm not so good that I'm gonna come out clean. I was like, there was not one guy that came in with all the steals, all the drills, all these high-end instructors. I was like, dude,
Everyone's getting that.
you're going in when I'm going in there, and that's where it's like, no, we put it all into perspective. And I was like, thank goodness. And I was like, yeah.
I'm gonna cut myself when I'm deploying my knife.
Yeah. Okay, now you try it. Yep.
Okay. So if I'm here.
So what are we doing now?
Yep, we can go on the mount.
Yeah.
We'll go on
Mount?
Yep, so you're sitting on top.
Okay, so he's here,
I'm just
so he's right to me, I'm here.
Yeah, see how that good, see how
I'm
that
trying to
eyes.
defend it, and then I'm like, fuck this.
Yep, exactly, yep.
Yeah.
And you see how quick, like once
Yeah.
those hips are up, man,
Yeah.
that is huge.
Yeah.
And that's something that.
We're not fully mounted. I can use this to like chop
Yep.
in like space.
Yep. No, he's a quick draw.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, the hip thrust is a different
Yeah,
ballgame.
that one's gotta be whenever anybody's across your belly,
Yeah,
you do this with your wives. like,
That I see them do that in MMA.
Yeah, they have.
yeah, and like the full
And they
carryover.
shrimp, as soon as they hit, they have to shrimp.
So on that one, if you don't mind doing
Yeah,
it
yeah,
again,
yeah.
because I
Yeah.
definitely, he had his leg on a seatbelt for me,
Uh-huh.
so I couldn't close that distance, so.
Yep.
So I do the hip thrust,
Boom.
and then where do I go from here?
So as soon as that, after you hit that hip thrust in here, he's already off.
Yeah.
You can take down a table, like, by, yep, grab an arm and so do it on me, Mark. So if I'm here, so it can show you. If you take down a table, so he's here and I get all my punches, boom, so which arm is he, this is closest to me?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull, I'm gonna frame, I'm gonna bridge, I'm gonna do it one more time, and then I come across.
Oh, yeah,
At the same time, I
Yeah.
got this same elbow. See, what I'm doing is just putting this.
Yeah, that's a lock.
Oh,
So you
yeah.
have a great gain control of
Yeah.
something.
And as he's punching me, okay, great. Now I'm just holding this and then I'm bringing this down.
Mhm.
As soon as this goes in, and then exactly. But you see how this is exactly. If I'm going for a submission, look at how I'm going to go in here. Look at how easy.
Yeah.
When you have a focus on one tool, you can get to that tool.
Because he can
at
take
any
my
time.
eye up, but I'm gonna break his fucking arm.
Yeah, but even if I'm going here, I'm going for the submission. Look, I can't even do it.
Yeah.
'Cause as soon as I'm here, I'm like, shit, it's got me off.
Yeah,
If I'm going for this frame, I go from here, go for the eye, go for the eye.
Yeah.
Good.
Right
See
here.
right here. Now what am I doing? Now go for the eye.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
As soon as I start bridging and you
Yeah.
frame
yeah,
to go to the eyes,
Sure.
to get them off.
Start
You know what I
focusing
mean?
on
As opposed to, because that's
Yeah,
what
you're
I
trying to
want.
force someone off and trying to break.
Yeah, if I'm going here toe to toe, even if I'm on top. So if he's on top and he goes here, so you take down a table, one of the tables. So as you buck me, it's like, boom, one hand goes here. So
You do
just,
like this,
yeah. And
pull
then
it
you just
in.
go that side, that
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
As soon as that goes in there and he's holding that, and this right in here, it's just going in, and then you build your base.
Yeah.
Yep, you build your base, and now I'm back over here, and now I'm off, and now I gotta reverse, and I'm trying to go in here. Now I'm grappling,
yeah,
and as I grapple, I just come all the way back
yeah,
with them.
Yeah.
But is this now? So when I'm training law enforcement, this is my 3-point stance. I
okay,
collect the arm, I pin them. See how my legs are here,
Yeah.
and I'm here, so they can't. Can you hit me with the other arm?
No, it's like,
So there, yeah, everything, and I don't wanna have this so we can move. But
sure.
what am I doing? I'm hooking over here.
And then you're
his arm.
just standing up on that knee.
Yep, I
Okay.
just stand up, and that is something that,
that's a different one. Wow, that was like, oh.
and they can't do anything because I have the leverage.
Yeah, and they're choking themselves at
Yep.
that point, yeah.
Yeah, you're past there. There's no strength
Nope,
at that.
all you do is reach around and grab it and just hold on. What do you wanna do? Boom, and then they have,
Yeah,
as much as I'm still, that was the best because they can't block. I would hold guys and punch the living daylights out of them till the ref stopped it.
yeah,
You can't do anything. Okay, well, how bad do I wanna
Mhm.
hurt
hurt
him?
this guy, yeah,
Like, okay, and I'm looking at the ref, dude, he's not getting out. Like,
yeah,
if I have this and I have this, he's not getting out. I'm dropping elbows. I'm going here, bam, bam.
okay,
There's nothing that they can do, and that's the worst feeling when this hand, even with all the skill, but I pin them so their arms pin. Because you felt how I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I can't do
Yeah, do
shit.
that to him. How was it?
Okay, so if you're down,
yeah,
so, and this one, so if he's down, boom,
Yep.
this arm, and all I'm gonna do is just take one arm and go underneath, yep. So this arm's not working right, but I hold this here, and then I go here.
Yeah,
Can you get up?
Not really, no, I mean, that's nuts.
So as I hold there, can you pull back?
No,
So look at
I
all
mean,
of
I
the,
really have
Yeah,
to fight you to do something.
Yeah.
and all I'm doing is he's.
You just did it.
sitting-
Yeah, he just did.
Yeah, right in here. So I got this, I got that.
Well, I'm gonna exhaust myself trying to
Yep.
gain no ground.
Even if I just hold this and
yeah,
even come down, come on top of me, roll on top of me. Now put this elbow on my chest, a spear. Oh, there. Oh, now what am I doing?
yeah.
There's the spear that comes in handy.
Yeah.
You know what I
And then
mean?
really just laid into this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
relate into that. That's like instant pain. Now where's my hands?
yeah,
Focus on the pain. I want to get off of that.
Mhm.
okay,
Now look at where you're going.
Yeah,
I like that
All
one,
the
yeah,
different
yeah.
starts.
Yeah.
So when you're down and he's going in there, well, now you gotta transition, pivot off. And this point, the point of the elbow.
Mhm.
Oh, there, see?
Yeah.
And that, as opposed to this, I want
Sure.
the tricep, I want that point.
right on
And it
that,
doesn't matter wherever it's at.
yeah,
As long as that point, yeah, I mean, it doesn't take much, but look where I go, it's
Yeah.
automatic.
and
And then that pain
boom,
comes
boom.
in.
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay.
So as soon as you, yeah. And the mount, you could also try to underhook, see what I did with this
Yeah.
leg. Now we're getting into grappling.
Yeah.
You don't have time to do this. I'm gonna extend out.
sure,
And I'm gonna come back. And I'm gonna reach through.
Yeah.
And then here.
He's got always get out of the stuff.
And then all I'm doing is hooking like a grapevine. I'm
Yeah.
spreading them out to hook, but now I'm participating.
that's like being drawn and quartered, that's
Yeah,
crazy,
that's
yeah.
crazy.
I'm
okay.
participating. I don't want to participate.
That's why
difference.
I'm just shooting guys like you.
Yeah,
It's
well,
like, it's like,
and that's why
like,
you don't know, like
Yeah.
in this day and age, half the guys out there are watching stuff on there.
yeah.
But this one, try that bridge, take down the table, and when you take down the table, his arm, put your forearm right in the crevice of his, put this
Okay.
blade right in between his forearm and his bicep,
Yeah. And that's, and you just held it.
and you
to
just
yourself.
hold it to you.
You just held it to yourself.
Yep, bring 2 hands on one.
Okay.
So this is a gable
Yeah.
grip. Right in here, and the gable grip is going in here.
Those
So.
mounts.
Yep, so mount
No, I'm no launch. So,
Oh,
that's-
or go sideways. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, go sideways. Perfect.
and mount, right? And we're.
Yeah.
Punch and punch.
Like this. I grab an arm, I pull it in here, right?
Nice.
Yep, now
Mhm.
keep going that way.
Oh, then I launch it the other way.
Yeah,
And then I keep it
I'm gonna do.
Or you could go the other, whatever table, wherever his body's centered at.
Mhm.
And then as soon as you go in here, always frame across the throat
Okay, there you
first
go.
to initiate pain.
Yeah.
Good. Now you know where this is at.
Yeah.
And
you-
now,
how's, sorry, like, how, like, is it?
I mean,
If I do
that-
this-
that-
oh,
yeah,
sorry, sorry,
that
sorry.
that hurts.
Okay, yeah,
So-
what I like to do is lean into it.
Yeah.
yep. So instead of, you were very nice. So I'm gonna show you how not to be nice. So take this right in here.
Mhm.
So as opposed to here, you feel that?
Yeah,
Now take this.
Yeah,
and then
that's what-
rotate up.
yeah, that's what he did.
So,
Yep, okay.
That pressure point thing.
yeah, once I leaned into it, it kind of like.
Yep. All that weight, that holds on like
Because it's
you're
doing
like,
something right here.
yep, it's a bicep slicer.
Uh,
I'm slicing the bicep. So if this is here, so if I'm here, I got it in tight. Now I turn.
That feels
Okay.
entirely different.
Yeah,
Okay.
so see, I start here where I'm hooked
Okay.
and then I'm gonna
Turn it.
turn
And then
the elbow.
lean into this.
Yes.
And you could, yeah, I mean, that's like that first one you did when you're
Yeah.
like, how does this feel?
Yeah.
As soon as you leaned, it was perfect. It was
Yep.
like
Okay.
that
Yeah.
razor.
Yeah.
And use the
That was
blade.
like the blade of my elbow right
Yeah,
there.
that's why I tapped you, because it went from like, oh, this is okay to, whoa, that feels
Yep.
really uncomfortable.
And that's so sneaky because none of the jits guys know. They're like, what the hell was that? And I was like, we don't even know. And this is like,
Yeah.
but because once you hook, you're not trying to leave that unhooked. You already have it hooked. Stay there and
Yeah,
utilize it.
just go into it,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, lean into it, use your body, pull in, and you have a little bit of body mechanics where, and leverage. And all of that, but I'm committed, but I'm not so far that I'm gonna submit you, I'm gonna make you tap. No, we're not carrying on the conversation. I'm going from this one to initiate pain to get the response to go to my next move.
Sure.
Whether that's boom, or whether it's gabbing your gun, or, but then if we're gonna grapple with the gun, and you're like, oh crap, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Come in there.
no, I'm probably not pulling out a gun, unless I create big space, like hit you head, and you go bang, yeah,
Yep,
something crazy like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I always worry about is like trying to produce a weapon close like that. To me, seems like
Yeah.
a really bad idea.
so down
That's
in
what I
LA,
do.
Yeah,
in Ventura, it was the Dog Brothers. This was no holds barred fighting.
yeah,
Bring in all your stuff, all your gear. You had hockey gloves, you had bats, sticks, knives, rubber knives. You could do whatever you wanted, but the rules were, if you break it, you gotta fix it.
Mhm.
So how do I put in real life street fighting with MMA, with tactics? This guy has a stick, full on face shield, full on gear. He's having shoes. Some people have shin pads, some people don't. I'm like, oh, bam, hitting their toe, pop, 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 started with the stick. Nope, we go until somebody quits.
yeah,
Until he quits, taps and completely quits, like, oh, okay, now you had it.
Yeah.
There's no time limit. Well, what happens when he's got three, he calls blue or whatever, and oh shit, this guy comes over, bam, football kicks you in the ribs, you're like, well, this is why you don't wanna stay down there long term. with
sure.
His homies see this, oh crap, boom,
Yeah,
all of
yeah.
a sudden, boom, and then they're coming in and it was like the most reality based, real fight. Then they stopped it, because it was like too many people. They were going in, they didn't have that type of control.
Sure.
As soon as somebody was on here, I had sticks, bam, hit him in the toe, pop, 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 boom. And it was like snap, not like, oh, not top guys aren't coming out for, oh, this is shit, I could do this shit. We did this back in the pen. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
Like, so, and this guy's big, muscle bound, I'm like, I'm 150 pounds. I'm like, oh man, there's no way I'm gonna try to go toe to toe. So I gotta outwit him,
yeah,
but also like use my skill set. Don't go like, oh, okay, I'm intimidated. Use your skill set. You can always move yourself, no
Right.
matter what. Like a little bit, a little girl can move a little bit.
yeah,
That little bit is huge. Now we just gotta build your tools underneath that little bit. But if you don't move and you're stagnant and you're here, I'm like, no, like that's the worst thing that's gonna happen.
yeah.
So how old are your kids? You have young kids?
0.
Yeah, 12, 10, 7, yeah, 3.
Okay, so be careful for parts and rec. There's homeless people in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about that?
No.
So homeless people are in the bathroom waiting for kids to go in there. You go in first to check out their behind the door and they're locking the door.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, seriously?
Yep, women's are getting attacked on there. It's not, they don't publicize this out on the things, but this is happening from, he's like, yeah, check the bathrooms before you go in.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't know who's behind the door, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're going, oh, I gotta go. Oh, and they're going straight there, not even thinking of
Yeah.
looking.
Sure.
So just your wife or anybody, just, hey, check the door, just, hey, and look, tell the kids, look behind the door, give me a thumbs up.
Yeah,
That way you know that something, because that one time, right over in the Bend Park and Rec, where the kayaks are, right there, broad daylight, just because a lot of people are around, you don't know how long that tournament could happen. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
any kids, especially as they're out and about, have them look at the doors, tell them to their friends, look behind, make sure everything's okay.
Hmm.
If there's needles, if there's anybody in there, they try to survey it, but they can't keep it up.
Right.
Then the Parks and Rec can't maintain.
Yeah.
So that
homes.
happened? That
Yeah,
happened?
That happened.
Jeez.
So,
That's
and that's
gnarly.
here. So like, when you're out on a trail and it's in a habit of just looking,
Yeah.
just an extra precaution.
I always scope the gap in the door.
Yeah, if you can, yeah.
Was that, yeah,
Like when you
You
open the
you
door.
look at the gap.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
That too. Well, I didn't hear, but you know, some, yeah.
No,
it
but
was
like for a
just-
kid or,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, get back to that. So,
Okay. So,
so you're on top?
No, yeah.
So he's hitting me, doing all this stuff.
Yep.
Boom, and I fucking.
Yep. Yep. Even if you don't even worry about trapping his hands, because you see how far his hands went out here.
Yeah.
So say your hands go further out there, right?
Yeah.
So as he's bumped up and he's got a little bit of gap. So
Yeah.
what I want you to do is just turn your hips and push him, literally push him with your frame. Use your one frame, one hand on the hip to push him back to get him away.
So I mean, I'm just going.
There, yep.
Okay.
Instead of trying to hook, if his hands are next to your ears, then hook.
Okay.
Because his hands, see how high he was?
Yeah,
He was
because
above
I
you.
had to really reach
Yeah.
up to grab
Yeah,
back down.
yeah. If
You
he's
move
way
it far
above
enough, you
you,
get out.
keep him up there, just push him out. So if the
Okay.
hands are close to your head,
Yeah.
then hook.
Okay.
Like,
If I'm on here.
Yeah, you're
Boom,
striking me. Oh, yeah, so
yep,
he's
so
way
now hook one hand.
Because now I'm here.
See how close? There, now hook that hand. Yep, and then now just frame and roll towards the ground. There you go. Perfect.
And
And
then,
Yep, and exactly as you're going,
Yeah.
Mark, you're gonna be
do you feel a
striking.
difference when I do that?
that, I feel that in my forearm, not in my bicep.
Okay,
So,
I might be a little too.
You might get to be further, like all the way in.
yep,
Yeah.
right in there. Get that right at the crevice in here. Try to imagine using
Come
your
down.
your
There we go, yeah.
right in here, as
Okay.
opposed to your forearm.
Okay.
Get your
Wrist right
wrist.
in there?
Yep.
Okay.
And then now just lean on it with your
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah,
All right, now that I feel, yeah.
There.
okay,
Yeah.
See, so with your weight, you're hooked and you're pinning.
sure, and I'm just gonna relax almost on there.
Yep.
Okay.
And then where do I go from here? I mean,
So-
I've got him kind of like tied up.
You're doing this stuff, right?
Right.
I mean, I'm striking and all this stuff. I'm ripping his eyes out, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then you just get him to a hip, or you get to a hip, get to a 3-point stance when you're hip ready, and that 3-point stance. So that could be from here, pin his head down
Okay.
to get to your stance.
Okay.
So now, nope. As soon as you pin, lift the leg. There you
Okay.
go. See, now you're able to break away because now his
Okay.
head's, as opposed to just trying to break away without
Yeah.
no head pin. That's why I want you to
Yeah,
pin,
Gotcha.
lift the
Okay.
out leg.
So use,
Lift this-
okay, so use the head,
The pin
because
to
when
lift the
you put,
leg.
because like you said to me, when you push the head, I have to do this, and then
Yeah.
that makes room for you to get up.
Sure. And I create the space
Yep.
and I bail.
So remember this, you can lift one side, lift the other side. It just depends on where his body's at. Pin
I've
the,
done this, and I go
pin the
like
head,
this.
now get to a 3-point stance. There you go.
Yeah. And then I can do
Yeah.
whatever.
And then that's it. And then as soon as that
Yeah.
goes through, this is gonna be worse for Mark. Come over here. So he's down. As soon as I get in that 3-point stance, right?
Yeah.
So say I pin that head down, right? Boom. And this goes here. Well, now I'm just gonna come across.
Yeah.
Okay.
I pin it.
Yeah.
So, and I'm being nice. If
Yeah.
I'm not nice, I'm gonna put all my weight. And I'm getting on the inside.
Yeah,
Okay.
My blade of my shin is
Yeah.
right on his
that's like
ribs.
the arm thing, but way worse.
So-
Jeez.
So when he's down,
Yeah.
this is how, I lost my balance. I'm going, because you're not gonna be in, this is where I teach cops to fight dirty so they can win clean.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing nothing. He's just pinning. I'm just like, no, you're being so much, this is so tender
Yeah.
right in here. So as soon as I pin you down, bam, that pins down, this leg goes up.
Yeah.
This one goes here. Now I go across.
I do not like that.
Yeah.
And so once I slide
It's like, yeah.
and I cut
That's-
all,
That's intense.
Yeah.
so if I go here, my knee is gonna go all the way down, all like flush.
Yeah.
And then my toes go back
Mm-hmm.
and I grind, I slide that leg like it's the worst. If that goes there, I can do it all the way across.
What did you do?
He's giving a little shit rub.
I just,
Oh, down to the,
Yep.
his
So-
whole leg?
Yeah. That
once
was
I go
like,
here, I go down.
Oh.
that's spicy. That's spicy.
That was worse than the arm thing. That was like, holy
Yeah.
cow.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's short excruciating pain.
Yeah.
And
Because
that's,
That's enough, that's enough to create the distance.
That's enough, like, what the hell is that?
yeah,
So here's, this is the dirty move, so going down.
Okay.
So as soon as I'm in here, this is where I love like jits guys, so I call it hooks and pins.
Mhm.
So all I'm doing is I'm hooking, now I'm gonna pin. So as soon as I go down here,
Yeah.
and I come all the way back.
yeah.
on it. And then to make it worse, I slide
Oh,
down.
man.
And it's not gonna kill you, but it makes the.
Oh, man.
It's just something, because you're so tender here, and then
Yeah.
you bring it to the front part, which is worse for you.
Yeah,
And you're not expecting it. That's the part that's worse.
Yeah,
Is the pain that you don't expect is the one that you're gonna get the biggest response out of.
absolutely.
And that's where it's like, oh, this is easy. So pain compliance. So that 3-point stance, no problem. Oh, he puts me down. Okay. I fall down because the reality of it, I pin, and then once I pin, there's a gap. I'm nice. Oh, I'm not so nice.
Yeah,
I just put my instep. Yes,
you
just
can
like
just
that.
sit there all day.
Yep, you're not.
so
Yep.
you're inside the guard and you just find a way to create that space. You
push
pin the
down,
face,
yep.
you push the leg,
Step through. Yep,
And
right
then
on that inner thigh, and
once
then
you have
yeah,
that, you just lean into it.
lean into it, and
And
that's
just like that, and just slid
yep.
down the.
And all I'm doing is just windshield wiping with my knee.
Yeah,
So if you can do this drill here.
Yeah.
okay.
See how this goes right, left, sit on your butt, come out, no hands. So you learn how to use your feet.
Yeah.
To swisher, go to the hip, coming back.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. So all you're doing now is across the limbs of that leg. Beautiful, beautiful.
That looks like that's gonna hurt.
Yeah. And the more weight, look at how much weight's going down.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
You see how you swisher the hips? Good. And the blade, now you're using your full blade, all your tools, all your weapons at his disposal, where it's instant pain.
Yeah,
oh, man, okay, yeah,
So
That's a
I would
different one.
initiate more pain than submissions because I got more reactions on that. Submissions, guys can fight and they're not thinking, they have time to think.
yeah,
It's like a chess game.
yeah,
Oh, I'm submitting, oh, he's going for this, okay. But pain, there is no chess game, it is instant.
yeah,
That's what I want to do. And if I know it's going to be instant, I know where you're going to go next because I know the human response.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys can toughen it up, but when they don't expect it is the word, is your biggest asset. You know what I mean? And
because they're
that's,
gonna have that lapse for
yep.
just a
And I was
second.
like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
I've done that to small guys. I've done that to big guys. It doesn't matter because this pain is something they guys kick. Oh, I don't feel nerves. Well, you don't feel nerves on your shin, but
Yeah.
you got your whole
inside, yeah.
calf all the way down to your Achilles tendon to
Yeah.
all this other stuff. All I'm doing is
Arteries,
just
nerves,
giving
the
it-
whole thing.
Yeah,
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 all of those down in. So from going on the ground, so I want you to imagine 1, 2, going 3, 4. Now we're gonna frame, we're gonna shrimp out, boom, go up on top. Now as you go in here, slide your arm through
Okay.
to point at, yep, and then coming again, 1, boom, 2, spear. He's got that arm, that head arm. Oh, I get better. Now I'm gonna sweep him. I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna go all the way down and just pull him into my guard.
Okay.
Boom. Or he's on top, so I'm gonna mount up, bridge. Now I'm gonna frame, push on the leg to get my hips back to either kick him away,
Yeah.
or to go on top to the mount.
Okay.
If I kick away, that's all I need to do. Now on here, we're in his guard. He's in my, or I'm in his guard. So here, I'm gonna have you pop, and as you go in there, you're gonna use your elbows to pry, to push this leg down, come across that shin.
okay,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
on the
Yep,
shoulder.
and then just sit right there.
And
Now,
it's right here towards like this
Yep.
bottom part of the knee,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
yeah, it's just all in the inner thigh,
Yeah.
any part of the inner thigh.
Okay.
As soon as that goes there, swisher your legs back and forth. And that is, and so as soon as that goes in there, now do it on the dummy and try to swisher the legs into another position. So if I'm here, boom, I'm here, okay, I go on top. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm just gonna pin them.
yeah,
Oh, okay, I'm in my 3-point stance. Well, here's my foot, here's the side. Oh, okay. Now I'm coming, come
Oh, yeah,
back.
yeah.
Now I'm gonna come back. Boom.
okay.
So that 3 points, either on the face or my knees on the belly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cause you can do the same head pin with a knee, a leg, whatever.
Exactly.
Okay,
All of those components. But yeah,
Here.
So,
So you go 3-point stance.
Right, I can go the other way.
Yep, there you go. Where's your gun at? Is it on the right holster or left? Boom, and then swishers, you want to the other way. Good. And you see how's that shin? Yep, right in the cross. Good, and that's right across the waistline. Now go and have this leg posted up.
Okay.
Right there, so I'm like this.
Okay.
So when I go the other way,
Sure, that's,
there,
Yeah,
that's your
different ballgame.
3-point stance.
Okay,
So you got 1, 2, 3. See how that 3-point?
because then you can hang out here.
Yep, you can hang out there, you can go to the back, you can 3-point, yep, you can punch, elbow, all of that,
The way.
everything right in there.
Yeah.
But as you swisher, it's the same, yes. Now, when you go to this 3-point stance, I want you to do a 180 on his face,
Okay.
which is the worst. So now shin, yeah, there. Now,
That's crazy.
as soon as I turn, oh, there you go. Now I'm getting out the way. I'm going to north-south
Yeah,
to
yeah,
escape.
yeah,
Yeah,
So I get here, I get in that 3-point, oh crap, no way, I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, you drive your knee
Yep.
base and you spin it on it
And
you
you're
get away.
out.
yeah,
So there's your exit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
now we're not like going all the way around. No. So when I'm teaching cops, you can't go in there. You got too much gear that unless you are doing your jits training always with your gear, you're like the Pillsbury marshmallow man. 'Cause
yeah,
it's so thick.
absolutely.
It's not reality. I have those, my everyday attire is not bulletproof vests, guns, tasers, and all this other components on me. I can't move as much. You're like, so you're limited. So, but if I can do the same movements where I hook and pin, that's an easy ordeal.
Mhm.
I hook the guy's arm, I pin it. I hook it, I pin it, and I just pull it towards his chest. It's an easy ordeal. I can escort everybody out. I can turn them around. Yep. Right in there. And you see how all your weight, that kneecap goes right into their chest, even if
yeah.
it falls off, well, there you go. You're out to it off of where's all his tools. His arms and legs are over here.
Yeah,
His head's over there.
and he's gonna have to roll, get up, whatever he's gonna
Yep.
do.
And that's the worst thing ever. Cause I've done that and it's like, oh, hell no, I'm getting away because his homies are coming. I'm like, I'm gonna stay there and go toe to toe with 5 guys. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Yeah,
You know, I'm so good that I still get my ass kicked. Like, that's the reality of it. Numbers don't lie. I mean, I got a lot of skill, but I also got a lot of hard knocks and stuff that's gonna work today, not like, oh, let me go in here and do this. Like, they're gonna teach you in here, so, oh, I'm going here. Oh, okay, now I'm gonna step over now. I'm gonna go to an arm bar. And I got this arm. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go to my back.
yeah,
If, cause I'm not, you know what I mean, for this, and then this
Yeah,
feels
you do that,
foreign.
and his buddy comes in and just goes.
Yeah.
well, it's also, you just spent all that time getting off your back.
Yeah, all
Like-
my
like in
back
this
is going there, and then
context,
I wanna get his arm, I was like, no, I'm not gonna try to snap him, I don't wanna try to, but in. The UFC, they're
Yeah,
agreeing to mutual punishment.
right,
Can I catch him on this? Can I catch him on that? Can I choke him out? Can I go in there? Oh, it's slippery. Well, that has a factor in too. Like it's hard.
yeah,
So I had my guys when I would train them, water's in the mouth. They couldn't swallow for 5 minutes
right, yeah,
because then you have to know how to breathe under pressure.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm hyper. Yeah. Oh, okay. Then spit it out. Go
yeah,
another round. How are you going to build up your intake sinuses? I'm having this thing hit me hard right now.
oh,
Like,
the pollen is real right now.
yeah, it's been like crazy. I was like, no, if you don't train it and never had it happen, it's gonna be all the way through. Like, yeah, once you're here and like you staying here, you just go 1, 2, your hips, you're swishing the hips. Oh, now I'm gonna swisher my side,
Yeah,
come around.
yeah,
So if I come across, swisher, come around. Oh,
Mhm.
okay, here. Now I can swisher that side. Oh, I come across where I'm grinding in.
Yeah.
So you're using your pump, your hooks. I'm pinning that down. You know what I mean? So my hooks, I'm hooking. I grab them.
yeah,
When I'm pinning, I'm pinning.
sure,
So I hook his arm and I pin his arm towards his own neck.
yeah,
He has less leverage. If I hook, I'm hooking his head, pinning his head.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
hooks and pins are easier to remember. If I grab you, it's a hook kind
yeah,
of. If I pin it, well, it's kind of pinned across.
yeah,
If I pin it to my body, it's pinned here. See, I'm pinning it to my body.
yeah,
Hooks, this is a hook. This is another version of a hook. Not like a punching hook, but all I'm doing is hook.
sure.
If I'm going here, I'm gonna hook to
Yeah.
give you an arm drag to get you out of here.
And so like, say like, something's happening and I'm going like this and now we're starting to do all this kind of stuff. The idea is to get as tight as possible.
Yeah,
right?
get as tight. Now reach around with the other hand. Just hold that.
Okay.
Just anchor it. There
Yeah.
you go. There's a hook and a pin.
Mhm.
See how you're pinning your chest towards his? He can't get that arm out.
Yeah.
Those are simple leverages that are gonna work forever.
Yeah.
No matter how big, guys are super shoulders, so they can do 100 and whatever dumbbell
There's no
raises.
strength here.
Yeah,
Nope, not when it's above your shoulder
yeah.
or above, yeah, your elbows above your shoulder is the weakest.
And I
Elbow
guess too,
below.
like if, because we're talking about all this stuff, this happens, I'm underneath, I'm lifting up on that too, if
Yeah,
I'm
you
shorter.
can lift up or you can just pull them down.
Okay,
Like I've escorted guys out
Ground.
to choke them out, like
Yeah.
as soon as I go in here, so now here's a hook and a pin. So I come here.
Ah.
So what am I doing? I'm hooking. And all I do is I slide through and then I pin by pushing back.
sure,
So as this goes through, I'm hooking. And then this comes here.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
pin
Yeah,
through.
yeah,
And it's like, oh, okay, but now where's my hands? I'm committed. I'm
Yeah.
tied up. Oh, I got all my other stuff, weapon, might expose my gun, might expose my knife.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm committed. I don't want you guys being committed
Yeah, yeah.
with this
Yeah.
until you're committed to get
Doing
your
something
friend
else.
out.
Yeah,
You're committed when you have distance.
right.
You have to learn to break that distance. If you're trying to be committed within these quarters, we're going 50-50.
Yeah,
You could get away and you could not get away.
Yeah.
But when you're committed,
Oh,
oh,
straight distance, yeah.
now your odds are like 70-30.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're further away and you can shoot now, it's even
Oh,
more.
yeah, it's over.
Yeah, so know the distance, know the commitment.
Yeah.
Right in here, oh shit, I don't wanna be here.
yeah. This
So
is-
I gotta know, how do I create that space?
Yeah.
Those three in those moves, yep.
Let's get them away.
Yeah.
We do. Let's
Yep.
get 'em away.
And if they start coming in, tackling down low, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You get a wrestler that's gonna shoot in on you, and then, yeah, you can frame,
Mhm.
and then you drop that elbow.
I got
Don't just come in, bam, right on top, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
He's participating like right on my spine, it's not gonna take very much,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a matter of adapting to that situation on the fly. Having tools that you can pull at your disposal to get to where you need to be, number one.
yeah,
I'm teaching women, like I did this other self-defense and I was like, no, this guy was like, oh, we're gonna go in here and do this. I was like, no. This is, oh, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna try to choke you, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this
yeah,
hole. I mean, I can choke, but look what I have to do. I have to
Yeah,
grab this and I
yeah.
have to go in here. I was like, if you, as soon as you grab my
You're
shirt.
teaching ladies to do that?
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? This is the most, it drives me nuts because so many people are giving false confidence.
yeah,
It can work if you get it, but why are you gonna go in to grab their lapel and try to go, and then if this is weak, this could rip and
Just
then
rips,
it's,
yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
not gonna
and
be in
then the
there. And I
guys
was like,
even more
you're-
pissed
And
off.
why, but why, yeah, it just takes the lady's head off. It's just, yeah.
exactly. And I was like, you know what? You've never been in an encounter, but these are martial arts teaching the art.
yeah,
So streets is real, raw, unconventional, dirty, nasty.
yeah.
This, I'm being polite. Oh, are you okay? You know,
Yeah, it's like, thank you so
Yeah,
much. Yeah,
there's night and difference. Martial arts, you're respecting, you're learning the art, the tradition, nothing's wrong with it. You want to get your black belt, you want to get in shape, that's another version.
Yeah.
But if you want to learn simple tactics, it's gonna take a little bit of practice, but not nearly as long to get your black belt.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not, there's no street belts.
right.
There's none. This, yeah, like, man, I'm a beginner. I've just seen guys beat up black belts. I've seen black belts beat up average guys.
Yeah.
I've seen guys, dojo guys that had 10 different belts and got his ass handed to him out on the street.
Hmm.
On the competition, he was like, oh, on the mats, dude, he was phenomenal.
Hmm.
Because he's got that terrain. He's used to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But when you're out on there, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, I've always thought like jujitsu guys, sure, but what if you're rolling on concrete?
Yeah,
Everything
well,
feels different, and
yeah,
someone just like is just beating your head into the ground.